Welcome to Overwatch, the game where if you pick only one hero and refuse to switch, we lose the game and I break my YouTube channel. And today we're gonna do just that with Bastion, codename Disney Princess, with a gun. The infuriating defensive hero known for such actions is getting played the game every single time, as well as 20 counts of mass murder in every Overwatch game. But what is Bastion's story? Bastion's story is incredibly simple. He was among the Bastion units during the Omnic Crisis and fought the humans. Either defeated or deactivated, he lay dormant in the forest for a while until reactivating with no memory of the prior conflict. Except for a few Vietnam flashbacks, that is. Now he wanders the forest with his new bird friend and just explores this new life he has been given. It's a really cute story, honestly, so long as you forget the Vietnam flashbacks. But what is he like in-game? Well, he's a mass murderer, and I'm pretty sure he was either Ted Bundy or the LA Night Stalker in a past life. You see, in his lore, when he senses danger, old protocols take over and he starts going crazy. In Overwatch, you're constantly in danger, so that means Bastion is constantly on a killing spree, then a killing frenzy, running riot, rampage, and so on and so forth. Bastion is a funny hero because he walks around in recon mode being all carefree, looking at the flowers, admiring the friendly Genji, trying to 1v6, failing and blaming the new nerfs on it, but then he turns into turret form and proceeds to dismantle every enemy hero in the game. Until he is spotted, the enemy regroups, and then proceed to kill him without issue because they all swapped to Pharah. Bastion is such a bipolar hero, both in lore and in game. In lore, he's sweet and nice robot with his bird friend exploring nature, but then a woodpecker starts smacking a tree and then boom! Triggered. Same thing in game. Bastion will just sit there and destroy everybody on the enemy team without a second thought, or he'll be killed immediately every single time, either before he can set up or because the enemy team has some semblance of a brain cell. Bastion went through many stages in development. Originally, he has a massive forward-facing shield that couldn't turn around in turret form and had way less health. At one point, he had a weird recon mine for his ult instead of the tank thing. If you thought Bastion is annoying now, he was way worse back then. They finally made Bastion have a nice, decent counterplay and made sure he isn't broken right now. Yes, I said it, okay? He isn't broken. He's not OP. You should know that by now. Almost every character in the game has some ability that can destroy Bastion. If you run in there like a dumbass and face tank 9,000 Bastion shots and die, that's your fault, you slut. Now let's break down the Bastion abilities. Bastion is primarily in recon mode. His weapon is a rapid fire hit scan, does 20 to 6 damage, 8 rounds per second, 20 ammo, 2-second reload, and basically it's pretty meh. Bastion's shift is configuration. Change to sentry mode in 1.5 seconds and change back into recon mode in 0.5 seconds. In sentry mode, Bastion has a large Gatling gun. It's rapid fire hit scale with 15 to 4 damage, 35 rounds per second, 200 ammo, 2-second reload. He has a headshot hitbox on his backside and cannot move during all of this. Bastion's E is self-repair. Heals 75 health per second, cannot move, no cooldown, taking damage stops to repair, and cannot fire while repairing. And finally, Bastion's ultimate is configuration tank. Weapon is a linear projectile, gains 150 armor and max health, deals 205 damage, has a 4-meter radius, 1.11 RPS, infinite ammo, 8-second duration, cannot headshot, and requires 1650 charge points. That felt really complicated for something so simple. Let me break it down even more. Recon, weak. Sentry, scary. Tank, run. Bastion, the bird bot. The big, friendly, lovable person we all hate. Bastion is an interesting hero in that he is either completely shitballs useless or completely ridiculous and destroys the entire enemy team. The only time there's an in-between, the only time there is ever someone who isn't useless and isn't godlike is when the Bastion is in the hands of a very good Bastion player. Yes, I did just say that. A good Bastion player. Yes, Bastion actually has a bit of a skill ceiling. I know, weird, huh? Now, originally I was on your side, where I'm thinking Bastion just sits there like a little lump on a log and mows down the entire enemy team. There's absolutely no skill in him whatsoever. Until I started playing a lot of Bastion. Then I realized everyone is out to get you. I feel like a Mercy main or something. Everyone is out to kill you, and they are really mean about it. Once you're spotted, the entire enemy team will make it their mission to kill you, which is why when your teammates undoubtedly don't care about you, you're going to need to handle yourself. You see, when you're with a bunch of friends, you have a big voice call and everything like that, Bastion's a great character because you can all work with him. But in most games, no one's going to give a shit about you. They're like, it's a Bastion, whatever, and they'll just leave you be. And that's where good Bastion players come from, is handling themselves. Unless you have a really well-coordinated team of Reinhardt, Mercy, maybe a D.Va or something, basically a bunch of people helping you out, you're going to become food for the enemy team. So you need to deploy the Bastion strategies. This means when you deploy in an area, don't stay there. If you kill 1 or 2 enemies in that one zone, they will immediately come for your last position, so don't stay there. Adjust your spot. Put yourself in a different position every time to confuse your enemies and make them hide from you at different angles. But it's not just that. The biggest difference between a good and a bad Bastion player is how you deal with those trying to mess with you. And by that I mean how you play in recon mode. You will have 90 million Genjis and Tracers and Reapers trying to kill you, and you need to swap to recon mode to fight them. So you need to be able to take them out using your primary piece of shit weapon, and I mean, it's not impossible. A few times I've been able to hold off the enemy Genji through a combination of lucky headshots and robot punches. You do have 300 health with a decent bit of armor. You can survive more than you think. Plus, healing at the right times, aiming correctly with your Gatling gun, there are all sorts of crazy things that can make you a good Bastion player. You just gotta try them. Welcome to the Bastion PSA. If I'm a Bastion main, remember these things. Number 1. Yes, Bastion mains exist. Relax. Number 2. I get that you don't have to build a team around me, but at least try and protect me. If the enemy is attacking me, please just attempt to kill them. You can protect me without being a support or Reinhardt. Number 3. Stop flaming me because I picked Bastion. How about you relax and let me prove to you that I can play him well. And number 4. Yes, Bastion can work fine on offense. This has been a Bastion PSA. Thank you for watching. On the topic of Bastion counters, we have Genji, McCree, Tracer, and Ana. Genji and Tracer are obvious. They are flankers and get up in your face and destroy you. McCree is mainly because he can dip behind cover, shoot you, then dip again over and over again. You can't really do anything about it. And finally, Ana, because she's either sniping you or hitting you with her grenades so you can't repair, or putting you to sleep since you're not moving, making you super easy to hit. For characters that Bastion does well against, I go with Torbjorn, Reinhardt, Roadhog, and most supports. Torb because his turrets can be killed faster than they can kill you, and also his hitbox is perfect for Bastion. You can absolutely shred through Reinhardt's shield like it's nothing, and then you can shred him. You shouldn't be close enough to a Roadhog for him to hook you, and his hitbox is so massive he's hard to miss. And most supports, since they're so squishy and don't do much damage, you can just tear through them pretty fast, with the exception of Ana and Zenyatta mostly. For Bastion's skins, the best blue skin is the black one, the best purple skin is the Omnic Crisis one, and the best legendary is the Disney Princess skin. And if you don't have that one, then I guess this skin, just because the bird looks really cool. The best emote is the boxing one, and if you don't have that, then it's the robot dance. The best victory pose is the tank, because the cute bird is in the tank barrel. The best voice line is this one. I mean, I guess they're all just basically boops. The best sprays are the big bird face or the bird making a nest out of his head. And finally, my favorite highlight intro is the bird one because it isn't Bastion murdering people. So let's wrap up Bastion. He gets a bad rap in this game. He isn't as useless as some say, and he is definitely not as broken as others like to say. He is actually a lot of fun and does have some skill ceiling too, but can be destroyed by most heroes if they play it right. Well everyone, this has been a one-trick guide to Bastion. Before I go, I do want to remind you that I am being sponsored by Loot Crate. I specifically wanted to mention it this time around because the theme currently going on for both the anime and gaming are awesome. It's demi-human for anime, so Bleach, One Punch Man, Tokyo Ghoul, and Twin Star Exorcists. And gaming is Battleground, which is Gears of War, Fallout, Dead Rising 4, Battlezone, and Dark Souls. These are some absolutely amazing themes this month, and I would highly suggest giving them a look-see. Please use the URL in the description at lootcrate.com/Bricky, and you can use the promo code Bricky for 10% off. It supports me just as much as it supports them. Alright everyone, Twitch, Twitter, and stream highlight channel all in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and boop beep boop. Bye-bye.